Oh my God. I've been dying to talk about this to someone. So do you know those astronauts in space, guys? The ones that they were supposed to go up for 8 days and then they got fucking stuck up there. Do you guys know how much they're getting compensated for that? How much per day they're making for being stuck in space? Which, okay. If you're going to go up into space, if you want to be an astronaut, I don't think you're financially driven. I think you're doing it because it's really fucking cool. But also, you're really fucking risking your life getting yeeted up into space, right? So I assumed that since it was an 8-day mission and they got fucking stuck up there within like a space fart box with like one other person, like I would be so fucking sick of that other person. Do you know how much they're getting paid per day? 1,000 Robux in an Applebee's? Honestly, that's more though, CJ. They're getting paid $4. $4 a day is compensation because there's some thing in their contract where they weren't necessarily stuck, but like, yeah, you fucking were. And there's the thing. So I was like, I was curious on how much a astronaut made. And don't get it twisted, what they get paid is a lot of money, but I thought they'd get paid more. They get paid 150k USD is their salary, which, you know, that's like, it's fine, but it's not what I thought they would get paid. Like, don't get it twisted, 150k is 150k, but like nowadays it's not that much anymore. Like, so like I honestly think like they should get paid more, considering it is a really cool job and it's probably one of those jobs where like a lot of people would offer to do it for free because it is an incredible opportunity. You should be paid more to be yeeted up into space. You're risking your fucking life. The thing is, when they came back down, you know what all the news articles were about on how they looked was because the people were shocked because the lady went up in space with black hair. And then she got caught up there for 90 days. And they were like, wow, look how bad she looks. Like, she's aged so much. It's because she couldn't fucking dye her hair. Her hair went grey because her hair is grey. And she obviously dyes it. Like, I don't know how old she is. I'm really bad at guessing people's names, ages. But, like, all the comments were just like, oh my God, she looks like shit. She's got grey hair. And it's like, what about the fact that she got paid $4 a day for you to be a cunt? Like... Are you for fucking real? They get paid sorry, don't cancel me, but like 150,000, is that it? Like, don't hate me. I sound like an insufferable bitch, but like 150 fucking thousand? Bitch, you gotta pay me more than that. And then to get bullied, $4? No, anyways, so yeah, they rescued them. What, and gotta rely on Elon fucking Musk to bring you back? No. Thank God she has menopause. Thank God he will fucking try and Elon Musk, ew, no, I don't want you space junk. Get me out, like leave me in space. But $4? No. And that's the thing, 3 fucking months, you could lose, as trained as an astronaut as you are, like you've got to mentally be fit. You've got to physically be fit. You've not got to hate that cunt you're stuck in space with for like 3 months. But like at the end of the day, I'll be fucking sick of your ass and your farts in the end of 3 months. I never want to see you again. But I'll also be getting really fucking paranoid that because we keep having all these failures. I mean, I'm overthinking this because obviously I'm never going to be stuck in space because you couldn't fucking pay me. You would get quite paranoid. Like, am I actually going to get out of this? Is there going to be another fuck up? Because there's been a lot of hydraulic fuck ups. You've got to be an exceptional person to do. And I think exceptional people should be compensated. Not $4 fucking. Was it 9 months? It wasn't 3 months. It was 9 months, Tay. 9 fucking months. That's a baby. Because it's the thing, like 9 months. What if one of your family members died? What if you missed something? I'm sure you've missed something in those 9 months. You would be so anxious, not to be dark, but like someone you love is going to die back home and you're stuck. Like, you know, not everyone gets to go up into space, but like, I don't really want to anyway. Like the whole, you know, oh, let's go to Mars. fucking dusty and shit. Shit, I don't want to be up there. Hazard pay, abso-fucking-lutely. On top of that, you should get some LAHA, living away from home allowance. Not $4. LAHA, lardy fucking da, send me up to space for way more than that. Like, I'm talking like, I don't even know. Like, I have to think about it, but I wouldn't because I'm not an astronaut. I wonder if a woman could give birth in a space station. So you're not allowed to like have sex in space. I think I looked it up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to fuck in space, or I don't think logistically you could. Or I don't know, maybe like like you could probably get pregnant in space, but I don't think you could fuck in space. Yeah, it's interesting. And as well, like Antarctica, because it's owned by a bunch of different countries, or like owned guardians. I wondered if there was like any murders that had happened in Antarctica, because like what would happen because it's different laws. Apparently there's been no murders, but there was an attempted murder by a Russian guy because a guy kept spoiling the endings of books because they had very limited amount of books when he was there. And some cunt of a man kept like spoiling them. I don't know if this is true. So he stabbed him. And it's the only almost death in Antarctica. But yeah, I don't think there's any babies in space. But what if you found out you were pregnant whilst in space? Like say, I feel like there's a law where if you would have to take a pregnancy test before you board a flight, just in case a situation like this happens and you gotta like do a pinky promise that you can't have sex for like, I don't know, a few months or something. Be like, pinky promise, you can't get pregnant. And you go, ooh, just in case something like this happened or you're supposed to only go up for 8 days. Whoopsies, you're up there 9 months and you've been knocked up. Like, I do think they probably make you... It's like Mean Girls. Don't get pregnant or you will die if you're in space. Yeah. But again, like, all I can think about as well is, like, the farts. Because, imagine being stuck up there for 9 months. It'd be a lot of farts. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Can you have a wank in space? I feel like women could, but I don't think men could. Because, like, you know... Or like you'd have to edge or something. Sorry, this is very unfiltered. No, I think about these things. I don't think you'd be able to wank. Yeah. I'm really out of space and try. Wait, what was this about? What was this about? I'm so behind in chat because I've been like word vomiting all my thoughts this past day. Speaking of Antarctica, there's a reason attack and death recently, just 2 days ago. Really? There was a death in Antarctica. Oh, there was a death threat. So what's the tea? A researcher was attacked by a colleague and threatened. It's under control. But it did result in an SOS. See? Almost murders in Antarctica. $4 a fucking day in space. Pick one. I'd rather go to Antarctica. Can I share the story about Antarctica again? The New Zealand one? Okay, this is gonna be like probably not entirely correct. There was a guy in the 80s. He got robbed, his car got robbed, and what they stole out of his car was his briefcase full of papers and his swipe key, right, into his work. The briefcase was found, the papers were found, but it was in Wellington in New Zealand where there's a wharf, there's a lot of water. They threw all of his shit into the wharf. Anyways, his swipe key and all that, someone in fucking Antarctica found it under the ice recently, which is crazy. And they don't know how it got there because it had his name. You know how like your swipe key into work has like your name and stuff and like, oh, this is the fucking building. And it doesn't make sense because if it traveled all that way, it would take a lot longer. So they have a theory that either someone's having a fucking laugh or a whale swallowed it in Wellington and took it to Antarctica and bombed it up or like shut it up or something. Which is crazy. Imagine like the fact that someone found it as well in Antarctica is crazy. Anyways, Oh my God, it's another Russian spy. It's like the beluga whale's blow. It's the beluga. Oh, it's going to get you. It's corporate espionage. He's going to show up at your house and go, hey, my little superstar, would you like some pizza? And you go, no. Give me a fucking pay raise, you beluga whale cunt.
How about we skip the small talk, eh?
Oh, what's that fucking mean? No, where's my pizza? Fucking... Ah! 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 Oh, balls! Oh, no one's stolen balls in my life. No, I've been worried that it would happen. I've been so fucking scared that someone would steal my Dr. Balls. And I was so scared there because I'm like, you know, I'm using a fucking shotty, like, did I just kill my Dr. Balls? How are your balls? He's like, put that away. Put that away. No, it's a quick ball check. Oh, go away, I'm checking your balls. The best thing about New Zealand English is we get to pick and choose what we like from American English and British English. The bad thing is that we sometimes choose wrong. Like, Americans have fries and chips, versus Brits have chips and crisps, both valid. Here, we have chips and chips. No, but it's circumstantial. It's like, you know, you always understand. We've never had the misunderstanding of chips and chips. Like, I've never fucked up. You'd think it'd be fine and that you can figure it out. I feel like I do. Which one a person is talking about from context. But trust me, a good percentage of the time you cannot. No, that's not true. I can. And often the person will try to differentiate them by clarifying what they mean. Potato chips. Only for them to realize a second late that both chips are made from potatoes. I've never been in the situation where I've had to double down and explain what chips I'm talking about, but like, yeah, look, my lived experience is probably different to others' lived experience. I know the difference between a trip and a trip. Are you still talking about George Bush? No, we're not. We're talking about chips. French fries. Oh my God. Sorry, this is so dumb. We don't use French fries here. And there was one of those, is it like Family Feud where you've got to like answer the question with most people's regular answer? Because the top answer of something was French and then they just fill in the blank and it was French fries. I never would have won, not that I was on the show, but I never would have won that because we don't use French fries here. But here's the thing. Okay, so we do have French fries. And they're really fucking good chips. Or at least in Australia. I don't know if we have them in New Zealand. Sorry, I'm originally from Australia. These two Australians are French fries. They are chips. Potato chips. Oh fuck, this is really confusing. Okay, so they are crisps. They're not a hot chip. They look like a hot chip, but they are a cold, hard chip. Potato crisp. And they just shaped like chips. They're chips shaped like chips. Are you with me? Stay with me. Cold chips shaped like hot chips. But the thing is you have to eat them with tomato sauce. So you eat these chips the way you would eat the other chips with tomato sauce or ketchup. So you dip the crisp in tomato sauce and you delicately eat them like, yeah. So these are chips that are pretending to be chips that are called French fries, which no one uses here, by the way. It's just this one brand is trying to make things confusing. But yeah, those French fries, yes. So if someone was to say, hey, can you go get me some French fries? I would bring them home. I just bring you that with a bowl of ketchup, and you're like, what the hell? Yeah, hope that clears it up though. I hope it clears it up for you all while we're on the game box.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Yeah, guys. Oh shit. What the hell is
Try
that?
with it.
Oh. Hey, my mum's a bitch.
Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
So what if this game is a psychoanalysis thesis on the game dev's mean mother? The game dev, because often when you read books, you can tell that the author is projecting like certain life things. What if this game dev's mum was a bitch? Respectfully, what if she was a bitch and she just didn't recognize that, you know, this is, you know, it's like making movies. It's honestly, video games, I know I look fucking insane, but like video games are a form of art. It's a form of expression. Maybe this game dev's mother was a bitch. And this whole game is about their mother being a bitch and not liking video games. And instead she was like, here you go, young son, write on your typewriter, or instead write this, try and be a composer. And he's like, no, mum, I've got a great game idea for a video game, and it's all about you being a bitch. No, because this is what you do. Like is whenever I do my photography, like my most creative stuff that I do is often when I'm the saddest, or it always comes from like the soul. It's a form of expression. And I do think that, you know, is Fortnite a form of exposing your soul to the masses? I don't know, but I think certain games absolutely are. And this is one of them, and I think their mother was maybe a bitch. So I'm glad I bought this. I'm glad I gave them money. I hope they make a lot of money off this. But as well, like, I could be so wrong. They'll be like, hey, streamer, and they won't see this, but, you know, Gordon Ramsay saw our stream once. We manifested that. What is it like? Hey, streamer, just to let you know, my mum's not actually a bitch. She's really lovely. This has nothing to do with my mother. Hey, mum, so you're a bitch.
Exactly. Was very...
Okay, so we're moving from music to art. Art school application. Question 3. In 2 short paragraphs, describe what makes you want to pursue a career in art. Oh my god, it's like one of those questions when you apply for a job. So why do you want this job? It's like, well, I don't know. I need fucking money. So why do you want a career in art? Well, I don't know. I don't want money. I don't know. I just fucking hate money. That's a very good question. Why do you want to pursue a career in art? Or else I'll explode. Like, boom. You just got to. That's what you do. You just got to do it. Did you all see the drama of that really awful American influencer who picked up the baby wombat? And all of Australia collectively got pissed off. And then she completely flipped the switch and tried to play the victim. Wombats are endangered in Australia. They constantly get hit by cars. They are precious. She like picks up this baby wombat and fucking giggles, and it's very obvious that like the mother and the baby are in distress, and the guy filming are just giggling. The Australian Prime Minister, he said, well, I fucking dare you to, is not how he said it, but he goes, oh, I dare you to pick up some other wildlife. Pick on something your own size. Maybe pick up a baby crocodile next time. It's just because in Australia, it's the general consensus is you don't fuck with the wildlife. You just got to respect them. You don't touch them. And I know it's kind of weird because like in America, you're allowed to have as pets a lot of Australian wildlife. But over in Australia, like that's not a thing that you absolutely like. They belong in the wild. And like, why would you want a pet kangaroo? Like a kangaroo looks like a deer that went to jail and just did fucking bicep curls all for the past 7 years. Like, oh, what are you in for? Armed felony. Oh, what are you gonna do about it? I don't know, fucking do some bicep curls and then kick another kangaroo in the paddock when I'm done. You see them out in the paddock, you know what the male ones do? They just fucking hang out all day, kicking each other in the balls. And they have like biceps that like you dream to have. They literally look like they've been to jail and they're really fucking swole. Why would you want that as a pet? It's crazy. Like naughty rock. Naughty. I wish I was a rock. Oh, sorry.